1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
We're near the corner flag, and he somehow magically walks in with it, beats about 3 players and scores. I don't. You'd be a brave manager, whether club or country, to say to Lionel Messi, "Come on, old fella, you've got to start tracking back," because he won't do it. And he must know, of all players, he's got that license to be Lionel Messi. And you could also argue that we've got very used over the last few years in the Premier League to doing what Tony said, and that is all tracking back, all tracking forward, and it makes for maybe end-to-end stuff, so it's not always a bad thing. But if you go back perhaps to the earlier days of the Premier League in the 90s and the noughties, I think there were players who were still considered individuals. They might have been a flying winger. Not everybody was expected to track back, and if you think about it, maybe it's, much as I admire Pep Guardiola, maybe it's since his time that players, even the better strikers, were expected to track back. I mean, we see Erling Haaland often back in the penalty area, defending for corners and things like that. And maybe we tried to make all players all things to all men, that they've all got to be an attacker or a striker or whatever, instead of actually saying, no, that there are positions on a football pitch which in the earlier times, even 20, 25 years ago, they didn't have to be running back all the time, because then maybe that's why we have more substitutions, because players get more physically exhausted with what they have to do. But to stick with Messi, I actually think he's a joy to watch. I mean, I could watch Lionel Messi all day. I mean, he's just incredible. The way that ball sticks to his toe like on a string, and the way he beats players, even at his age now. I mean, he must be, 35, 36, I think now. But again, because he's never been one to put himself about physically, his career probably will go on a bit more like Ronaldo, who's now 40, 41. Maybe for a similar reason. I mean, I think these days, for Portugal, I don't think Ronaldo overdoes it himself either, because again, he's in the privileged position of having this incredible talent, which very few are blessed. We know they both, Ronaldo and Messi, between them won so many Ballon d'Ors year after year that says it all. They are a joy to watch, and it will be a great shame, probably the next World Cup, when we don't see either of those players. To me, it was brilliant that they're both still in this World Cup, that the world's football fans can actually watch them play still, because they are demigods in football. They're just incredible. And I think, a bit like other sports, a bit like we probably cherished the top 3 or 4 tennis players for 15 or 20 years, a blessing that they were there to entertain us. The same with Messi and Ronaldo. Not many others achieve that level of fame and brilliance. I mean, Pele, I guess, years ago did, and there's others, Bobby Moore, Bobby Charlton. They don't come along very often, people like that. So I'm pleased he wasn't sent off, even though he should have been. But I hope we see a lot more of his ability. And yes, as Tony said, he will come across a bit lazy, but if he scores these amazing goals, I, for one, won't criticise him.
Yeah, okay. Now, there's 3 awards that FIFA has unveiled. Well, it's always been there, but they've just redesigned it, I think. And the first one is the Golden Boot, followed by the Golden Ball and the Golden Glove. Now, I know the Golden Glove is for the goalkeeper, and I know the Golden Boot is for the highest goal scorer. Who gets the Golden Ball? I'm confused about that.
Perhaps it's the ref.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know. I mean, perhaps the overall man of the match, player of the match.
That's what
maybe.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
I thought they just got a trophy. they get like a trophy. I didn't know they got the ball, the golden ball. Anyway, yeah, that's another that I didn't expect, never anticipated. Now, it says in the entirety of the 2022 World Cup, there was only 4 red cards.
Well,
There's already been 3 in one match at the 2026 tournament. That's another record, isn't it? It's saying another record. Do we remember the 3? Tony, you were going at that. I think you remember the 3.
It was literally the opening match.
it was the opening game, wasn't it?
Mexico versus
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a brilliant match. And
It was.
some of them, like those red cards that I saw, I was like, that's never a red in my opinion. Why they did some of those reds, we'll never really understand. The person behind VAR tried to explain it, but it didn't really sound convincing at all. I feel like this is more of an American VAR. They don't really understand the proper VAR, what it actually is for.
Right.
So I kind of feel like they made their own little rules in a sense, like how they have their own American penalties and stuff like this. So I feel like the rule didn't really make sense at all. Why he got a red card, but you know what? It was entertaining at the end of the day. 3 red cards already in the first opener. It was an absolute scene to watch.
Yeah, 3 already in one game. Yes, bruv?
Yeah, it was a surprise. I watched the game. I'm sure we all did. I don't know. I don't think I thought at the time they were harsh, and I thought the refs, in a way, are stamping down their authority pretty early on, like the guy did in last night's game with the French. I mean, he let so many things go, minor fouls, if there is such a thing. And I actually applaud that because it enables teams to get some momentum. But I think the refs probably told, don't let players get away with pushing you around. And when they approach the refs, I've noticed they just put their hand up, don't come any closer because you'll be booked. So I think it's probably sensible to do a tougher approach. I don't sense that they're being overly strict on the 5-second throw-in rule, because they sort of put their hand up once the players gathered the ball. Fair enough, but then they, look at this, and they still don't seem to start the count. I always felt 5 seconds was ridiculously short to do the throw-in, but nonetheless. But I've noticed that the substitutions are working. They're coming off the pitch pretty quickly. I think they have 10 seconds. But the one I'm very impressed with is players going down. There's not many stops to the game. I mean, Sarr, our man Sarr, he's a great footballer, Ismaili Sarr, but he does... Careful what I say. He does make a bit of a fuss when he goes down. Sometimes you think he's been poleaxed and he's dead. He lays there and he sort of bangs the floor. And he did this last night. And I was saying, no, he's okay. I think he had his foot trodden on. And I'm not saying that's not painful. But the point is, he seemed a bit miffed when he realised when he was helped off by the 2 trainers, he had to be off the pitch for a minute. And perhaps he did realise, but that was the cost of him doing that. So, yeah, I think it stops a lot of players going down and seeking help when they shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, you got to be careful. He plays for your team. We're all listening. Yeah. If he plays against Manchester United and he does that, Tony will be like, yeah, I'm saying it. Get off. This is
if he asks me my name, I'll say I'm Tony the Enforcer, so I won't get the blame.
So this is all we've got time for on this segment. Do you want to conclude this segment for us, please, Bob?
Yeah, well, that was our first discussion on football and the World Cup, is this incredible festival we're looking at the moment. So we'll carry on in a few minutes with segment 2. So don't go away. Rejoin us very shortly. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me bruv. Sorry.
Okay, I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me cuz.
And I'm Tony, and they all call me the Enforcer.
Yeah, so join us again in the second segment soon.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.